Now, the most parent worry, this dual load can overwhelm a student, especially since SWS offer a specialized IIT-JEE and NEET preparation program for senior student within a full school environment. How does ACE ensure students don't burn out? Because it is very rigorous for a student, sir.
Look, Rajat, let's be completely honest, 100% brutally honest. As you also came from the same background, you know very well the burnout doesn't happen because of what the students are studying it. It happens because of how they are forced to study it. Regular school, then the standalone coaching institutes often pull the students in two like completely opposite direction. School says write long, beautiful answers for board, whereas coaching says forget the theory, just like the MCQ options in 25 और 30 seconds. तो होता क्या है इस बीच में बच्चा पिस जाता है बट एट एस एस दैट इज एडवांस कॉम्पिटिटिव कोचिंग एक्सीलेंस we don't double the load, we synchronize it. As the Bhunika ma'am beautifully said that this is school synchronized program, it is not full integrated program. If a student is learning electrostatic for an example in a physics, because I'm from physics background, so I am like driving the derivations for him. I am helping him to learn the derivations. But along with that, he is also able to understand or to solve the high yield problems which comes in the JEE and NEET exams. And if you see from last 7, 8 years, the NEP, they are very clearly and has said very beautifully that now we will focus on the CBQ and the JEE and NEET are same thing. So if I feel like in a full school environment like SWS is our biggest superpower is like we are not claustrophobic coaching. जहां यहाँ तक बच्चे के पास मतलब जहाँ पे सांस लेने की भी फुर्सत नहीं है, अपन वैसे उस environment में हैं. We track their daily academic load, ensure they get proper rest, and build structured revision cycles. So I feel it is not like they will get burnout. It will obviously help it because it is a synchronized program. Yes, Rajat.
That's a great answer to this question, sir, because we have also seen, we both, like we three of them have seen the burnout in the student face, but it's all about the mental, how he is mentally prepared for that. Because बहुत बार ऐसा
Yes,
होता है
yes.
कि इतना टिपिकल जर्नी होती नहीं जितना बच्चे बना देते हैं उसको after seeing
Exactly.
the chaotic environment around them. So coming to the Monica ma'am, to you, uh, biology in NEET is both the highest weighted subject and the most memory intensive one. At institution like Akash, which you have taught, students often follow a rigid schedule of repetition. How does your approach with ACE at SWS differ? Do you use any newer pedagogical method to make biology more conceptual and less rote?
Okay. Hi, everyone. And thank you, Rajat, for this question. First of all, a very good afternoon, parents, and thank you for sparing one afternoon with us. So, Rajat, coming back to your question, yes, biology is considered to be a rote learning subject. But before rote learning, the logical meaning of it is very important. So, parents, you're there in this webinar. We can see some live parents as well. I'll ask you a simple question. Just to give an example, when we breathe in oxygen. That is what everyone knows, even if you're from a science background or not, right? But don't you all feel the atmosphere has all the gases? Then why do we breathe only oxygen? Why not carbon dioxide? There is a logical thinking that gases always go from high to low pressure, right? So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
means oxygen is high pressure in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide was not at the high pressure. So this is one simple example. What I'm trying to say here is logical followed by rote learning. That will help to clear your biology concepts. And Rajat, coming back to your second part of the question, that what is different, what we do here in ACE and in SWS, the difference is that we are connected with the students throughout the day. So
Sure,
that
ma'am.
means if in the morning concept is explained, evening they are there with us, and at the same time they can revise their concepts with us. This was not the case with coaching. In coaching, students meet us, then the next day, ma'am, we couldn't come, we couldn't travel because of metro delayed, because of rains. All those excuses will not be there. And that is where biology, or in fact SWS, is different compared to other coaching institutes. So yes, thank you so much, Rajat.
For sure, ma'am. For sure, we have totally seen this is the major disadvantage in coaching, the time management which will we say, because lots and lots of times student just complain about this कि sir मुझे 2 घंटे लग गए आने में, I really
Right.
need 2 hours for travel. But this totally get absurd in our SWS ACE program. All right, sir. So coming to the second question, my second question will be to Sandeep, sir. That, sir, you have led operation at both an academy and Allen, two very
Yes.
different model of coaching. Now, my question is, how will be the ACE program different from the coaching, and what a parent and student could expect out of the ACE program?
Actually, Rajat, we both have seen, and even Monica has seen. So I have seen the absolute best of both worlds, offline discipline and digital scalability. But I also saw the massive gaps. When I was in coaching, I standalone coaching centers are highly pressured. They वहाँ clear instructions होती हैं, perform करो या पीछे छूट जाओ.
Bilkul.
They don't care if a student is losing sleep, skipping meals, or failing school exams. On the flip side, regular schools often lack the hyper-focused competitive edge. For an example, if you are like targeting JEE or NEET, you know very well, Rajat. Even you are were the NEET student. You know very well how much focus you should be for these competitive exams,
Sure, sir.
and rigor test is required to crack these toughest exams. So what ACE does is combine this coaching rigor with school empathy. I'm saying school empathy is very important, Rajat. We offer the exact same top tier faculty. For example, let's take an example of my team. For example, you have taught in Allen, you have taught in an academy. Monica, ma'am, she has taught in Career 360. She has been the part of ACCE. She has been the part of an academy Noida. So the faculties were like you are now the part of the ACE program. So the
Sure.
top tier faculty, specialized material, for example, you know very well the study material, the modules of the coaching is very important. So specialized material and national level test series, which we will conduct in our campus only. So we can say that in a corporate coaching institute, we have now synchronized with the school empathy. But because we operate within SWS, like Sharda World School, we own the students entire day. As ma'am said, we own the students for the entire day. We don't have to crowd their evenings with extra classes. We seamlessly wave competitive prep into the school timetable. ना ट्रांसपोर्ट का झंझट ना एक्स्ट्रा ट्यूशन की थकान. It's a complete unified ecosystem that neither a standard institute nor a regular school can even ever replicate on its own. So I feel, Joe, what you asked, I feel I have answered by that question. So Rajat, what do you say about? Am I wrong, or like you want to add anything else?
Totally correct, sir. Totally correct. Because the major role, I guess you both agree with this point, the major role in a selection for a student is the self-study part. So when
Yeah,
a student just join any coaching across India, the transportation time that he used to waste, and lots of other distraction that they have in SWS, in our mentorship, like Sandeep sir is our like head of this ACE program, and the mentorship of Monica ma'am, me and Lakshya sir, we ensure that student do not fall with any distraction at all. We make sure the student, like, we don't have any mobile phones in the campus itself, so the student, usually the major distraction right now we all see is the social media itself. Like student, they just waste their hours and hours in Instagram, WhatsApp, and all those things. So the student don't waste that time, he use that time in studying, as well as sports also. Sports is an integral part of our campus. Sandeep sir, should you could you highlight the importance of sports in our boarding
exactly.
campus?
I want to add, Rajat, even Monica ma'am will agree with me on this. To clear the competitive exams, you should be disciplined and you should be highly focused. And what I have observed from my last 10, 15 years experience, when a student play on regular basis, if he is a part of any sports, the stress level of the students is like inversely proportional. If he is playing sports daily, the stress will be less and he will be highly focused, highly disciplined, which will help him to focus for the competitive exams, to for the test series, and he obviously will is very good in time management. So sports is very important. That's why the future in competitive exams are with the synchronized program. Am I right or wrong, Monica ma'am?
True, true, very true. In fact, I guess competitive spirit increases with these sports. In fact,
Yeah,
I feel that even the teachers should also indulge in sports. Even they are more focused as far as the
yes.
students are concerned. Don't you feel that, sir?
Ma'am, in Agra at 45-degree temperature, if we play the sports na, then students की 5 दिन की class गई.
Yeah, the temperature is like on a roasting mode. For
Yes.
sure, sir. So my next question is to Monica, ma'am. Ma'am, in a boarding school environment, generally parents say this thing that students have limited access to external resources, because right now we are seeing na ki teachers and students are use AI and technology in the advancement to their preparation. So students have limited access to external resources. How do you ensure that NEET preparation at SWS is at par with what a student in a top metro city with access to multiple test series and study material would get?
Well, parents, if you're really think that in residential campus the students have a limited access, trust me, it is for the better.
Hmm.
Again, I'll give with an example for the the parents who are not from science background or in general. Rajat, I guess even you will agree with me. Whenever I decide to watch a series on Netflix, I spend 40 to 50 minutes just deciding which series to watch.
Yeah, yeah, totally
Because
agree,
I
ma'am.
have so
Totally
many
agree.
options. Then I'll
Hmm.
go to the Prime, I'll see Z5, I'll see Geo Hotstar, and then I think I might decide, okay, fine, let's watch this series. This is exactly with the students.
And
I
Definitely.
have
last में
seen
कपिल शर्मा
students.
देखते हैं मैम.
I have seen students with multiple resources. And you know what? They are just deciding which book to study.
Hmm.
And then after 1 hour, they are like, ho gaya padh ke, now free. So here, as even Sir said, Sandeep Sir said, and even you said, Rajat, that we are with the students. We are checking on them which book are they referring. If a student is asking for more resources, the first question will be, have you solved the 200 questions given to you in the
Sure.
class? If yes, we have unlimited sources. Students are not having external resources. We are having with us. We are having a lot of resources. So we will guide them. Okay, fine, your one book is done, go to the second book. But if we give them this choice to decide, they will just get confused. So I guess limited resources is the best. That is what is the
Hmm.
best part about residential campus.
Definitely, ma'am. I really want to tell the parent that at SWS, all classes are having digital boards. We have world-class infrastructure of our computer labs, because as we know now, NEET and JEE to itself is a CBT mode. Now, NEET is also coming to CBT mode. So, parents,
From
I
the next year.
definitely ensure you that you can look the SWS campus by visiting this part, or you can visit by our online channel also. So, definitely, we are having a state-of-the-art infrastructure regarding this part. So the major part which I really want to ask you both, what is the importance of time management, like in the preparation, and how our ACE program ensure that time management thing, because that is the most asked question from the parents कि मेरा बेटा जो है वो पढ़ने में अच्छा है, लेकिन उसके साथ दिक्कत क्या है, वो खुद में इतना मोटिवेट नहीं रहता पढ़ने के लिए. तो how will our faculty will ensure that the student like them, they don't get distracted? And as Monica ma'am truly said, that too many options definitely create distraction. So giving too many options to the student, it really create a chaos in their preparation journey. So, ma'am, could you please spotlight on this point, that the time management, how would ACE program direct this part?
Same, I'll talk about time management in two cases. One, time management during your preparation, and after that, time management during the exams. If I talk about the preparation, as we have continuously telling in the webinar since the beginning, that we are connected with the students. So parents, students meet us in the morning for their lectures. Then they have their break, they have their lunch, and in the evening they have their preparation with us. With us, that means the personal time of their preparation is also under our supervision. It's not that we met them in the morning and we'll meet them next morning, for 2 hours. So in that time, if we are giving questions to the students, like in case of biology, I always have a very simple rule that if you have say 20 questions, half the time should be needed to solve those 20 questions. So 20
For sure.
question meaning 10 minutes. If you have 40 questions, 20 minutes for that. So we are there to supervise that whether a student is able to solve that 20 questions in 10 minutes. Second thing, not only solving in 10 minutes matters, it is how many right answers you're getting. So that is the second part. So
Sure, ma'am.
throughout from the very first day, we are taking care of this, time. The next is about the time management during the exams. As you know that NEET has 180 questions for 180 minutes. So if you if you calculate it, one question, 1 minute. But it is, humanly not possible to solve physics and chemistry in 1 minute. We will take 2 to 3 minutes. So that means the time we get to solve the biology should be very less. So that
For
means
sure.
NEET is all about time management and accuracy. Otherwise, you can't ace the NEET program. Yes, yes, Rajat.
Totally agree to ma'am. Totally agree to this part, ma'am. My next question to Sandeep sir is, which is the title of our webinar is that lots and lots of parents asking about the ACE scholarship. So my question to Sandeep sir is the ACE program scholarship, yeah, or I can say that ACE scholarship offers up to 100% fee waiver to the top 30
Yes,
merit
Rajat.
based candidate. मतलब we have the upper limit of 100% scholarship for a student who don't make the top 30 but still join the program. For example, there are lots and lots of students, they say ki my parent and the student have willing to put their effort, but they are not that kind of intelligent. So for those students, what does the academic support structure look like? Is the quality of the teaching is the same?
Uh, Rajat, let me clarify this once and for all. The scholarship is a financial reward for merit. It is not an academic separator.
For sure.
So students or parents get confused that we are separating the two batches. It is not like that. Once a student enters the ACE program, हमारी आंखों में सब बराबर है. The faculty teaching the top 30 is the exact same faculty teaching every other student.
Hmm.
We don't follow the old industry practice of putting the star teachers only in the elite batches while leaving the rest to junior faculty. It's not like that, Rajat, first of all. And for example, मेरा सिंपल है भाई. हम टॉपर्स को एक्सलरेट करते हैं और बाकी स्टूडेंट्स को एलिवेट करते हैं बिकॉज आवर टैगलाइन इज एलिवेटिंग द फ्यूचर.
That's
सो फॉर
correctly said.
स्टूडेंट्स है ना, सो वी एक्सलरेट द टॉपर्स एंड वी एलिवेट अदर स्टूडेंट. For students who need extra push for academic support structure, I understand. For example, there is a student who's the average student who is not able to clear the SOE exam, but he has a zeal to clear the exam. He has a zeal to study for the JEE or the NEET. So obviously we will support him. We have a dedicated for those students. We have a dedicated doubt clearing sessions, as Monica ma'am told previously that they are their self studies under our supervision. That is a prep time of 2.5 hours. Then we are dedicating the doubt solving session built directly for those students. Like for example, if some students are a little bit slow, so they are not able to cop up with the classes or other thing. So we have like what we are planning that we will have extra classes for them. Extra classes, it doesn't mean ki these are the remedial classes. Extra classes, for example, in prep, because this is the residential campus, so we all are living with the students only. For example, if a student XYZ, he is not good in the mole concept, so he took your time, ki, sir, after dinner I want to study about the mole concept, about the empirical formula. So after, just give 20-25 minutes, and I think these 25 minutes are more than enough for him because he's getting the total attention of the teacher. The attention of a teacher, he's getting the proper attention. The attention is not dividing among the other students. So I feel it's a just clear the concept that it is the SOE exam offers 100% free waiver. I know, but it is just a financial reward for married students, nothing more than. It is not an academic separator. Yes, Rajat.
That's correctly said. That's really, sir, a good point that you have mentioned to our audience, to our parents, that we accelerate the topper and we elevate the student
Uh,
in the class. So it's not the separator thing that we see in the coaching classes. All right, sir. Okay. Now coming to this point, sir. Now my next question to Monica ma'am is, generally, ma'am, right now the student are very complaining about the NEET thing, the paper leaks and all. Student are very worried about this. Like NEET 2024, 25, and now itself 2026. So major controversy about paper leak and exam irregularities, which shook student and parent alike. Like we know, ma'am, as you know, you are in this journey for around 15 years. It's very tough for the student to be the part of this, and they deal with this part. So which shook student parent alike. How does the ACE program prepare the student emotionally and psychologically, not just academically, to handle such uncertainty around a high stake exam? Because we have seen the suicides of the student in this NEET 2026, and parents really do care very much about their emotional well-being. So how does this ACE program ensures the mental and psychological well-being of the student, ma'am?
Good point.
Okay, so first of all, yes, I agree too that the paper leak is a very emotionally disturbing thing. We as teachers also are also, emotionally disturbed with this fact. But here, I'll tell one thing. There are some conditions which are not in our hands. I always say this. I always say this in a funny way in a class also. That कल को अगर economics भी add हो गया ना नीट में, हमें करना पड़ेगा. कोई option नहीं है हमारे पास. We have to do it. And regarding ACE, why how ACE is different. See, the only point is that when you are in a residential campus for 1 year or 2 year or 4 years, if you start, from ninth standard or 11th or 10th standard, you are into that environment. So your resilience automatically builds up. You
Sure.
are able to, handle every situation when you are staying away from your parents and totally in connect with your teachers. That is what makes a student capable of handling any such emotional trauma. That is one thing. And Rajat, you were talking about the suicides. Why does a child get into that suicide mode? The reason is because the child starts comparing with the seniors. अरे ये सीनियर ने तो कॉलेज में एडमिशन ले लिया, इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट है, इट इज गोइंग टू अ लैब. So when you are not connected with the seniors or with your peers for 1 year, you are totally with us. So I guess emotionally you will become strong because we as teachers have faced a lot and we know that this particular child is going into this particular trauma, then we can deal with it. I hope even Sandeep sir and Rajat sir, you all both must have come across such students
Yes,
that
ma'am.
if
For
you have to
sure.
Yes, ma'am.
connect with the student throughout the year, don't you feel the emotional trauma is much less if you are in connect with the student throughout?
No,
That
for
is
Obviously,
sure,
what
ma'am.
is
ma'am.
my take.
For sure, ma'am. For sure. And we have also seen like then in coaching we simply see that there are lots and lots of cases in which a student they just don't know how to prepare strategically because in the initial they are in a resting mode. Okay, sir, हो जाएगा अभी तो एक chapter
Right.
हुआ है. They score well and they think like that अब तो मेरा हो ही जाएगा. Like Sandeep sir in JEE always say as a rhyme in JEE कि जब बच्चा पहला टेस्ट देता है यूनिट एंड डायमेंशन का तो उसको लगता है आईआईटी बॉम्बे बहुत आसान है. बट जैसे ही
Hmm.
मैकेनिक्स आती है ग्रेविटेशन आता है वो बच्चा पूछता है एनआईटी भी बेकार थोड़ी ना होता है. तो दैट्स द थिंग बिकॉज स्टूडेंट जनरली डू दिस पार्ट. उनको लगता है स्टार्टिंग जब जर्नी की स्टार्ट होता है तो if we have a major test or minor test starting, the syllabus is very less compared to the whole syllabus test that we used to conduct at the end of the sessions. So the strategic planning of the student and the emotional support from the faculty itself plays a very important role in the journey of a student. And adding to this point, I really feel which make the SWS ACE program separate to the all the coaching program is the 100% commitment of the faculty because the faculty is residing on the campus. I think that you both agree with this point. That's the important key distinguisher कि भाई आपकी फैकल्टी आपके साथ रह रही है. आपको ये मिलता ही नहीं. That's the greatest advantage if a student can have. Like if we both
In
three have
fact,
cracked the competitive
right,
exam itself. Think about
right.
this, ma'am and sir. If we got the teachers who teach in our school residing with us, like if we have any doubt, we can just connect to them. It's a really great advantage to a student.
Or
In fact,
obviously,
Rajat, I remember.
we have talked about
Yes,
the
sorry.
sports. Yeah, Monica, ma'am, we have talked about the sports. When a student is playing regularly sports, ना obviously depression and stress जैसी चीजें ना बहुत दूर हो जाती हैं. What I have feel in my life and other thing like आप लोग खुद life में for an example, if I talk about our teachers and about you, about ma'am, about Lakshya, so सबने कुछ ना कुछ achieve किया and सबने कुछ ना कुछ खोया है. We have seen those spaces in our life where we are depressed, but we have fighted and we have come out from that. So obviously, for the students, we are the role model. So when we are with them, when we connect with them, obviously they feel get motivated and they come out from that depression and the stress, and they obviously will do well. I'm not saying about the competition. I'm saying in their life they will do well because they are connecting with the teacher on the regular basis. यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है कि 200 बच्चों के बीच में आपका बच्चे का नाम भूल गया. You know every student by name, by face, by their characteristics, by their nature. So obviously students will never get depression. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes, yes. In fact, I remember that when I was preparing for my medical entrance, I used to run behind physics sir. So please doubt solve kar do. Arey, after this lecture, I'll meet you tomorrow. But here I've seen Lakshya sir and even Rajat sir and Sandeep sir. You all are always surrounded by students even during the lunch. Students come and ask, sir, doubt solve kar do. So I guess this is the advantage. And parents, I'll tell one thing, that your support is needed, no doubt. But our support also matters a lot. And that is possible only when we are 24 hours connected with them, which is actually in the campus, nowhere else. So,
No,
yes.
for sure, ma'am. Totally agree to this point, and that's the major important role that a teacher play in a student life. Because it's not like, if we look about the SWS ACE program, it's not a commercial program that we have to scale up to 200 students for per batch. Like if I share my experience of previous coaching, we like I used to have around 150 student, 100 student in a batch, in a single batch, and I'm only having a half an hour doubt session with the dedicated batch. So it's really look cumbersome for this process, that how can a teacher in a half an hour solve the doubt of all the 100 students. It's really impossible. So the student just lose their interest if the teacher direct do not connect on a regular basis. But in the SWS ACE program, we ensure that our batch only contains the 30 student. So it's really feasible for faculty itself to take all the doubts from the student itself.
Rajat,
Sir,
I
can I
think there are questions from the, so
Yeah, for
can
sure.
you?
So, sir, we are having a parent question. It's a very interesting question. So, the parent is asking that I like biology and maths. So, how to decide whether I should take NEET or JEE? A parent is asking on the behalf of his child, sir, this question.
Monica ma'am, I think you should answer this question.
Sir, I feel biology is the best.
Ma'am,
So, no, no,
don't be
funny.
biased.
Just
Don't
a
be
joke.
biased
No, no,
because
no, no.
I asked you because you have taken maths and bio in your 11th and 12th.
Right,
That's why
right.
I've asked
No,
you.
right, sir. No, that is just a joke. So, parents, a very good question. Thank you so much for this. Yes, even I was one such student who liked biology and maths both, but my main interest was in knowing the human body in and out. That, forced me, or that caused the interest in me to choose medicine. So, my dear child, if you're really interested in bio and maths, think about the next or 30 years and 40 years. Are you really interested in treating a human body or knowing about a human body? Or you're interested in treating a machine and knowing about a machine? Trust me, that will answer this question. Take bio and maths both in 11th and then decide to take whether NEET or JEE. But trust me, if you like both, that is actually an advantage. If you like maths, you automatically become a very good candidate for NEET, because in NEET
For
also
sure.
you require maths. So I guess that's a very
Exactly.
plus sign for you. Another thing, as I said, remember and just think whether you want to treat a human body or a machine throughout your life. So Sandeep sir, what do you say about this?
Just I want to add something, ma'am. If you love to solve complexity, if you love to solve like the bigger problems, mathematical problems, so obviously go with the maths. And if you are a person who like want to solve the problems as soon as possible, for example, if there are suppose a patient comes in clinic and you have to diagnose it, obviously you have to take a very less time. So if you are that kind of person, go with the bio, and if you love to solve complex problems, go with the maths.
No, for sure, sir. That's a perfect answer to this perfect question. And I really feel parents definitely they ask this question also, that how could we understand the interest of our student? Because uh, 10th and 11th, that's a two different game. Like up to 10, the syllabus of 9th and 10th is not at much at par to the preparation journey. So adding to this question, the parent that have asked, I really want to add this point, that how we will bridge the gap between a 10th pass student, then he will when he choose NEET or JEE journey. Could you please emphasize on the bridge course that we have in SWS ACE program?
Uh, Rajat, for you have asked very good question. We have a bridge course, for example, almost of I think 8 to 9 weeks, where the students are studying maths and bio both. So if a student is in confused state, he was not able to understand. For example, he is good in maths or he likes both maths and bio. But what is his forte? What he's good in maths, or if he's good in both maths and bio. But what is his interest? Like for example, very simple thing, yeah. If you want to choose career now, it's not about what you are good in. आगे उसका फ्यूचर है यानी दैट ऑल्सो मैटर्स यू हैव टू मेक द वेन डायग्राम यू हैव टू मेक द इंटरसेक्शन सो वो जो ब्रिज कोर्स है ना वहां पे वी विल लर्न ऑल दोज थिंग्स कि दैट यस यू आर गुड इन मैथ्स देन ऑप्ट फॉर द मैथ्स because here we have a career counseling sessions also. In bio, you can do what? You can be a genetic engineer, biotech, you can be in forensics, many other things. Same for the math. You can be in engineer, you can be a CPL, you can be in merchant, you can be in nautical science. There are many things. So in this bridge course, we tell the students how you can take a math, like how can math will help you to build up your future and how bio will help you to build up your future.
For sure, sir. For sure. Now, sir, coming to the second question of the parents. So there's a question they want to ask on the behalf of their child, that I need to ask what is the surety about the good rank in IIT, and at the same time, what about the boards through this ACE program?
See, Rajat, I want to answer the parents. In this competitive world, we cannot guarantee, but we can assure you कि if the students follow the curriculum by heart, if he wakes up around 5:30 and he gives self time to self study 2 hours in morning, then 2 hours in night, and goes prep accordingly, solve the DPPs and modules timely, obviously he will be in top 1,000. He will easily be in top 1,000 because if he is disciplined, he is sincere, and he is following the curriculum regularly, no one can beat him to clear the competitive exam because we have the top tier faculties, we have the study materials, just we need the zeal from the students. And obviously, if student listens the teacher, he will easily clear the competitive exam. And the other question was about the board. If you are following curriculum and if you are following the typical time management, obviously you are studying for the JEE Advance also, you are studying for the boards also, because board is the first stepping stone for the JEE Mains and then JEE Advance. So if you are not good in NCRT, obviously you will not be able to clear the JEE Mains, and if you are not able to clear the JEE Mains, you will not be eligible for the JEE Advance. So if you want to clear the IIT, it means you should have very good NCRT knowledge and you have to be good in NCRT. Either it is chemistry, either it is physics, either it is math. Without NCRT, you cannot do board, and without NCRT, you cannot do JEE Mains, and without JEE Mains, you cannot JEE Advance. It means it is a cycle, it is a chain connected to each other. So if you are focusing on the NCRT, obviously, if you are just focusing on the NCRT, you will not be able to clear the JEE Mains. With that NCRT, you have to solve previous year questions. You have to solve MCQs. You have to solve assertion reason. And with those things, when you will able to go for JEE Advanced, now you have to solve questions which have more than one correct answer. You have to solve match the following. You have to solve integer type. There are like then you have to go on in depth. You have not to solve just NCRT. You have to solve Irodov. You have to solve H.C. Verma. You have to solve R.C. Mukherjee. You have to solve many books. But how to do that? How we will manage all those things in one module? That's our problem. Just solve the modules. Just follow the process. You will be able to clear the boards also. You will be able to clear the mains also, NEET also, and then advance also.
For sure, sir. That's
So,
the
Rajat, I
exact.
want to add one thing here. Generally, I always hear one thing from parents that 11th should be just relaxing for the student and we will join for NEET and JEE preparation in 12th.
Yes, ma'am.
So, my dear parents, this is one thing I want to make clear that your NEET and JEE has your 11th and 12th syllabus. In fact, as far as NEET is concerned, it is 50% of questions are from 11th and 50% are from 12th. I think the same is with IIT or the JEE also,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
for sure, ma'am.
Obviously.
So please, after 10th, yes, you relax for 1 month, 2 months, but now June and July should be the time where you actually should start your preparation very soon. So please do not delay that. July also, we are starting with a full-fledged batch. And yes, July is the proper time for any 11th standard aspirant to begin preparation. So don't waste this year. This is the year for your basics. And 12th is the year for your solving more questions and, getting that rank. So
For
yes.
Rajat,
sure. For sure.
Rajat, I want to ask you because you are also in same domain. Rajat, that parents has asked the question. Being in this industry, you have also observed that the students that have prepared the JMS, very few students are not able to do good in the boards. Students do well good in boards, and there is like 0.1% or 0.5% cases where students have good done well in the competitive exams but not able to done in the board.
Sure, sir.
So, what is the problem you or like when you have interacted with the students? What is the main reason that student is able to good in the competitive but not in the boards? What is the main reason? What you feel?
Yeah. So, sir, I simply feel like if we look about the data and the structure of the exam now, so as I teach the chemistry, so first I will come to the chemistry part. For to qualify JEE mains, we all know the NCRT chemistry book is the Bible for it. If you go through the
Yes.
chemistry NCRT very good in a very good manner, you will easily score 99 percentile in JEE chemistry itself. So, and the best part about JEE pattern is right now they have added the practical chemistry question. Like 5 question is almost from the practical chemistry part, which I totally agree with this part. Like the basic problem that in Jaipur and Kota student feel is they generally do the dummy schooling. So they don't have any exposure to the chemistry lab itself. So if a student rigorously follow the NCRT pattern, so by doing the NCRT, we are ensuring that the student will score good marks in the board exam. And while doing the NCRT in the MCQ and the numerical answer type format for each chapter, the student is wholeheartedly ensuring his success in the JEE itself. That's a very clearly a myth and a taboo that a student have in their mind कि नहीं सर अगर मैं जेई के लिए प्रिपेयर करूंगा तो मेरा बोर्ड छूट जाएगा और if I prepare for my board exam तो my JEE preparation will lagged off. It's not like that. They both go in hands on hand manner. So that's the major point that a parent and a student should carry in their mind. I guess sir, in physics and maths this really works hand in hand for JEE preparation and for the board examination, sir.
Yes. Any other question, Rajat?
Yeah, sir. So now coming to the sir third question. So the third question is, if a student falls behind in the fast-paced JEE and NEET prep, what remedial support or backup system is provided so their board exam score don't suffer?
Uh, See, for the board exam, if I say, for example, boards are in 10th and 12th. So for boards, what we have done, we are trying to complete our syllabus before September and October.
Hmm.
Obviously, if the students, like suppose some students missed the classes or due to some personal reason or home, like problems in the home, if they have missed the classes, what we have done, till September, October, we will complete the syllabus. And after September, October, we will focus on the revision. And with the revision, we will solve the previous year questions with the mock test papers. So when the students are preparing for the board exams, what is the problem? Which I have seen in this 10, 15 years experience, they know the answer, but they are not able to crack the question sometimes. For example, in a chemistry, they know electrochemistry, mein Nernst equation, ye hai, everything. They know everything. The Nernst equation will be like this and all. They will put the value and solve. But when the question was asked, they don't able to understand that this is the question from the Nernst or from any other thing. So obviously, when they will solve previous year questions and when this is the mock, when they will solve this mock papers, because in regular school, students will solve two pre-boards, one half yearly and two PTs. So they are just solving full syllabus only two times. So the mock papers are very important. When a teacher like you are solving the mock paper on regular basis, for example, if you are solving chemistry 10 papers from December to February with the students on regular basis in 3-day interval, so obviously he will understand the concept. अच्छा, NCERT, CBSE ये पूछना चाह रहा है. Okay, so organic में this is the pattern. Inorganic में this is the pattern. So for that, what we have the to solve the mock papers. We have make the sheets according to previous year questions, where we are focusing on hot, assertion reason, and CBQ. So the students from the day one knows what can be asked from that chapter.
And I
For
guess
sure.
one more, Rajat, I guess one more difference between the, SWS and coaching will be that we will be taking theory exams as well from the 11th.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
In coachings, the theoretical exams are not taken. Right? It is only the MCQ pattern from the first day, and students literally suffer to write the answers then.
Yes, ma'am.
So
We
we
have
will be
clearly
having
seen
that throughout the year.
in my yes, ma'am, in my 7 to 8 years journey of in the competitive examination preparation of competitive examination, I've really seen some students feel like nahi hum to likh lenge, but at the
Huh,
end they struggle to write the answer. So
exactly.
in
Yeah.
SWS ACE, we ensure that a regular practice of their competitive examination with the board itself is properly managed and tracked. A very
Right.
important question from the students itself, that how they got selected in the ACE program and how they are selected for the scholarship part. Like, what is the procedure to apply for SWS ACE program and how they will get the scholarship?
If they visit the website sws.ac.in, there they will get the pop-up of SWS ACE. They have to just register on that thing. Then there will be a one SOE exam, Sharda Olympiad exam. And if you do well in that exam, for an example, if the paper is of 200 marks, so you have to score above 80%, that is above 160 marks. If you score, you will come in one category. And if you score from 60 to 80%, then will you come in second category. I'm just taking the example. The data can be different because it depends on the number of students who have appeared for the exam. So you have to just register in our website. Then you have to give the SOE, that is Sharda Olympiad exam. On the basis of that exam, you will be get selected in this program.
For sure, sir. For sure. I guess, sir, that's all from this side because that's the question that the parent has asked. Any other
Yes.
point that sir and ma'am you want to highlight about the ACE program?
If you have anything in your mind, you can say. If you want to say something.
Definitely, sir. I feel that the practical learning aspect of the ACE program
Actually,
itself.
let me ask you one question, Rajat. Now I
Yes,
will
sir.
be uh,
Moderator.
if you want to be, if you are a student and you have seen this webinar, so ACET, SWS or Kota or Delhi, which will you prefer?
Nee, I will definitely, sir, prefer the SWS ACE program. Logically, I'm speaking. I'm not saying because I'm the member and I'm the part of SWS ACE family, so that's why I'm saying. So my first point is the major thing is mentorship of the teacher itself because I'm getting a 24/7 support from the teacher itself. It's really nearby impossible for any coaching program to provide that because during this marathon journey a student really need emotional and psychological support also. Sometimes they feel stuck in their preparation, so at that time teacher gonna help them. Second thing is the I say the tracking out their report of the student. Like parent don't have to worry because we clearly see, sir, lots and lots of students come to Jodhpur, Jaipur, Kota, and the student medical health just degraded due to food and all. In SWS ACE, we ensure the facilities are up to mark. The student in which the environment is up to the mark in which they live. So parents don't have to worry about anything. So that's the major aspect of this program itself. So and third and the most important thing is the experience and the amazing faculty that I gonna get if I am entering into SWS ACE program because I'm getting at par the same faculty which Kota and Jaipur promises itself. So why not the ACE program with the school itself? Secondly, I will enjoy my school life itself because lots and lots of students lost their student life during this preparation journey, and we all agree that student really plays a very important role in shaping the mind of the student and in making a student mature enough for the college itself. So that's why. So that's my clear to go points to
Uh,
go with the
I
SWS.
want to add, like when I always talk to parents, I always tell parents, कोटा और दिल्ली 15 साल पहले का आंसर था, आज का नहीं, because the landscape has completely changed.
Sure, sir.
Going to a coaching hub means exposing a teenager, a 15, 16 year old. कोटा फैक्ट्री एक बहुत अच्छा, like कोटा फैक्ट्री, I don't know which movie, which web series, बहुत अच्छा डायलॉग है कि जब ये छोटी उम्र के बच्चे किसी चीज को चाहते हैं ना यार, like they get very attached to it. वो कभी उसको 50-60 साल की एज तक नहीं भूल पाते. So when
Mhm.
the teenager is massive, emotionally isolated, unmonitored lifestyle habits, bad food, and the brutal peer pressure cooker, where they are just a roll number among 2 lakh kids. So
For sure.
many brilliant minds na burn out before they even reach the exam hall. Because some kids are meant for the JEE exam, but they are brilliant, but they are not meant for JEE. They are meant for some other thing. So why I prefer that we should choose programs like ASW because we are bringing the exact same Kota Delhi expertise minus the toxic environment. So what I say, यहाँ उन्हें emotional support मिलता है, healthy meals मिलते हैं और एक balanced life मिलती है. So why send your child away to become an anxious face in a crowd of thousands and lakhs when they can be a celebrated achiever right here in the SWSs? Am I
No,
right,
for
ma'am?
sure, sir.
True, true, very true. I'll just end by saying that, dear parents, from 10th to 11th, it is a very big transition. And if you get support from your teachers, so nothing like it. I wish I had such a support, but luckily your child will have it. So yes.
So there is
Yes.
a very important question from the parent itself that the Sharda Olympiad exam SOE that you have mentioned. So it happened online or the student has to come to the our campus to give the exam.
It is, suppose if you are in Agra and you want to come in the campus, you can come in the campus and give the exams. And if you're not able to come in the campus, you can give the exam online also. But majorly, we will prefer the students to give the paper offline, because obviously that pressure where you can see that you have given the exam in 1 hour. So it will obviously enhance your qualities.
Yeah, and definitely he visit the environment that he gonna study later for the 2 years. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the important point. Now, sir, the last question from the parents is, yeah, for the physics itself, how can I improve my physics if I find it difficult? That's a major chunk question from the student itself, sir.
Of physics is a subject, for example, because I'm a physics teacher, so obviously I have a soft corner for physics. So Rajat, I am sorry. Monica ma'am, I am sorry. For me, I think the starting of science is from physics. Mathematics is the language of physics. So what I feel, if you able to understand the language of physics, you will able to do very good in the physics. So for understanding the language of the physics, you have to be good in fundamental of the basic maths. The why students face difficulty in the physics, because they are not good in the fundamentals of the basic mathematics. They are not able to solve small mathematical calculation. So when you have like you are good in those things, obviously your physics will improve. And other thing, if you are good, still you are not feeling good, just remember, just solve 5 to 6 numericals daily, on daily basis of physics, your physics will get improved. And do the calculation by hand. Don't use calculator, don't use mobiles, don't use laptops, because if we will use those things, you are dependent on technology, and that will make your interest very less from the subject. If you want to if you want to love the subject, give your time, give your efforts to the subject, then only the subject will love you back.
For sure, sir. That's a really good answer to this question. And sir, I'm saying that that's the last question from the audience itself. So I
Yes,
hope that
Rajat.
we have clear all the points and all the aspect of our SWS ACE program. And yeah, all the questions. One more question, sir. One more question. The question is, sir, how can we improve physics as when preparing for NEET? As usually it remains weak. Yeah, that's a very great question that usually parent and the student ask, because physics is like a taboo for a NEET student, because mostly like when I used to teach NEET, mostly student are scrubbed in that physics and that numerical chemistry part that we call physical chemistry. So, sir, let's just start this question with you. How can a student ensure that his physics remain at par during his NEET journey, sir? Sandeep, sir? Oh, I guess there is a network error. So, yeah,
I guess,
definitely.
Rajat,
Yes.
I can answer this question
Yeah,
because,
for sure, ma'am. For sure.
uh, I have also seen students struggling with physics. So, as Sandeep sir was saying, my dear students, you all are very lucky that physics is not that difficult the way it is in JEE. Only thing what is needed is practice. What is the problem with the students? If they don't like a subject, they start avoiding it. First thing, I always say that don't hate a subject. In NEET, many students say that we love biology. For me, if I say I was able to clear my entrance exam because I used to love biology and I used to like chemistry and physics. You have to like that subject, and for that you have to worship it daily. You have to practice it daily. So the key to get good marks is, please make it a rule that you have to solve physics and chemistry daily, no matter what. That's
Ma'am,
the simple
next
answer to
question.
this.
Yeah, ma'am. So, there is a next question to you itself, ma'am. How to make sure we get full marks in biology? So, a student is asking this question.
So I guess the answer is, come and study from me and you will get full marks in biology.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yes, the
For sure.
the answer is that, again, the same thing, that please make sure you are understanding the concepts well, your basics are clear, and for that start your preparation earliest. So as your basics will get clear, biology is a cakewalk, and in fact, to get a neat seat, you should get, or you should aim full marks in biology from the very first exam. So
Yes.
get your concepts clear, and yes, you're there.
And the most important thing for any competitive exam is revision. If you are able to do revision, if you are doing revision properly, You will never going to face like that your confidence is low. You will never going to see the situation where marks are coming low or getting lower day by day. If you are doing revision properly, you will get good marks in the competitive exam. You will love the subject, and your confidence will be at peak. So revision is very important for any competitive exam. Either it is NDA, JEE, CUT, NEET, UPSC, anything. Revision is the most important. And the student who does revision in physics, he starts loving the physics. If his students does the revision in chemistry, he or she starts loving the subject. Am I right,
For
ma'am?
sure, sir. So the last question for this webinar is, sir, a parent is asking, can social media be used productively for NEET preparation?
Uh,
So,
I like, ma'am, first you answer the question, then I will.
see, according to me, there is no need to use your Instagram for preparation. I don't understand what kind of preparation is done through Instagram. And I have seen students, taking the YouTube lectures. I'm not against offline and online, but what is the main issue? That suppose I'll give you an example. If a student studies a topic in a class for say 1 hour, and student has some difficulties, and student goes home and sees the session with some other teacher 1 hour again and on the YouTube. But if that doubts were asked from us, that would have got solved in like 5 minutes. But you all wasted 1 more hour seeing the same thing, right? And plus, you all also know that where the chat goes in the YouTube lectures. So I guess the better part is that please deal with us, ask us the doubts rather than being on social media to solve your doubts.
For
That is
sure.
what is my take.
This is
I
the
want
thing.
to add. I want to add one thing. If things were on the social media, I don't want to take names, then it has never come on the offline centers. If the things were so good in the social media, then
Mhm.
why the centers are like they are expanding so much in offline centers? Obviously, there are some things now. So use your intelligence, use your intellect.
Yeah, definitely, sir. If the online is as good as offline, why the major coaching chunks they are coming to their offline manner itself, which is
Yes,
the
exactly.
whole soul method to prepare for this journey itself. Definitely, sir. So, I
Yes.
guess, sir, that's all from the today's webinar. We have totally answered parents. I feel that the two guests or for webinar, they have completely answered all your questions, and we have covered all the aspect of our SWS ACE program and this how your ward can get the scholarship through a SWS ACE program. So, I really want to thank Dr. Monica ma'am and Sandeep sir from the bottom of my heart and from the SWS ACE family that this webinar clearly clears all the doubt that the parents and student have in their mind. So
And
that's all from my side.
for the parents, we will leave the our contact details. If you have any doubts regarding anything, you can contact us. Our team will be there to help you. After this webinar, you will get everything in your message or WhatsApp. For future reference or future contact, you can contact our team.
Yeah.
So Rajat, it was very nice talking to you and Monica ma'am. Thank you so much, Monica ma'am. Thank you, Rajat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for sparing 1 hour with us, Sandeep sir, in your
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
busy
sir.
ma'am.
schedule.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Okay,
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye, sir.